Welcome to the Divinely Protected Oracle. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your comments, and all your donations. They are truly appreciated and they go to the growth of the channel, so thank you for all your support. We're going to go ahead and do a general message for the collective. Now, this is a general message, so please only take the messages that are for you and leave the rest. Now, if you feel you need to switch the roles or switch the genders, feel free to go ahead and do so. Also, if you're interested in a more personal reading, please check out my channel's description box, and it will give you all the details. All right, so let's see what we have going on for the collective. What does the collective need to know at this time? Okay. We have abundance. So a lot of you are focusing on growing your abundance here. And we have resilience. So, some of you have been able to spread your abundance out. So you're being very frugal at this time. I feel like there's been a lot of upheaval, especially when it comes to your financial situation. So someone here is trying to make the best out of what they have, is what I'm getting. Okay. So what else does the collective need to know in this situation? What does the collective need to know? We have building blocks, number 28. 28 goes to a 10, which is the end of a cycle, completion for a new beginning. We also have happy, which is number 26. 26 goes to an 8. So I feel like since someone here is being very frugal as far as what they're spending money on or when they're spending money, they're seeing a huge progress as far as possibly a savings account or just the amount of money that is being kept in the bank account. We also have truth be told, which is number 14. The number 14 is temperance in tarot, which is all about balance. It's about harmony. 14 goes to a 5, which talks about change or instability in the past. So some sort of financial instability in the past has caused someone to look at the way that they spend money and how to make it stretch out further. Maybe this is you going to the grocery store, something as simple as that, and saying, okay, well, I'm going to give myself, let's say, as an example, if you have 2 people, all right, so I'm going to spend $80 a week on food, okay? So what can make us last? What items can we get that are going to get us through the entire week with 2 different people for $80? Maybe it's, 2 or 3 days you eat pasta, and then, 1 or 2 days, you have a meat choice. Like, whereas before, confirmation, as before, I'm also getting that the 2 of you may not have been speaking about this, or if it's just you, this is something that you really never talked to people about or never learned about in some way, possibly from, your parents or siblings, okay? But I feel like you're learning that now, okay? After going some sort of financial constraint, you're now saying, okay, well, I can stretch my money further, right? So you could use the example of maybe you go and buy something used versus buying something new, because there's a huge difference in the price between something new and something used. So someone here is being very strategic as far as how they're spending their money and what they're spending their money on. Okay. And we also have come to the edge, which is number 36. 36 goes to a 9, which talks about compromise and compassion. Now, I do feel that whoever this message is for, whether it be you or you and your person here, I feel like one of you may be tempted at some times to kind of overindulge in things or want to indulge in things. But I feel like whoever this message is for, when you feel that urge or temptation to say, like, say for instance, you don't feel like cooking. So you're saying, oh, well, it'd be so easy for me to just go out and pick up something from McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell or whatever, right? But the problem is you're spending with 2 people, $20, $30 versus, 10-15 if you would have just cooked something at home. So there's some sort of urge or temptation to be a little bit on the forget about this being frugal. I'm exhausted with being frugal, you know, and this urge to want to indulge in something is what I'm getting. Because you feel like you're compromising a lot. So it's almost like it's okay to indulge yourself from time to time, but you just need to make sure there's the budget for that. Okay? So say for instance, you know, once every 2 weeks, right? You want to do a fast food situation. Okay, well then what you could do is you can, instead of spending $80 at the grocery store like we were talking about the budget was before, instead you're going to spend, say, $60. And you're going to do that for 2 weeks. You're only going to spend $60 at the grocery store because you know that other $40 is going to go to takeout, you know, for one of those days in that 2 weeks. Now, this is just an example, but that's what I'm getting. All right, so what does the collective need to know when it comes to this situation? What does the collective need to know? We have the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So I feel like the two of you, if it's you and another person, I feel like you're constantly talking between each other about savings. Like, we need to save, we need to save, we need to save. And at some point, there was some sort of financial constraint that has caused you to look at the way you spend money differently. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups. So there was something you had to give up in the past or walk away from in the past because of this. And we have the Temperance card. Yeah, you're realizing that you need a lot of balance. Okay. We have the Tower card. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Two of Swords. And we also have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this could be a situation where you may have went to the store, right? Whether you're single or in a couple, whatever. You may have went to the store and you thought there was money in the account, right? So you went to swipe your card and it was declined. And there may have been some embarrassment here, is what I'm getting. And you're sitting there thinking, well, I don't know what to do. There should be the money in the account with the Nine of Pentacles. So why is it declining? And I feel like when you go and check your bank account, that there was less money in there than you thought. And you end up literally having to leave the store without purchasing whatever it is that you were getting. I feel like it may have been a present for someone, is what I'm getting. For somebody. All right. So let's find out more about the situation. What does the collective need to know when it comes to the Page of Wands? We have the Two of Wands, the Death card, and we have the Nine of Cups. So someone here needs to decide to stop overindulging in things that they don't need to be indulging in, because with the Devil here, I feel like this is something where they know that is costing a lot of money, like say for instance, takeout, okay? You know it's costing you a lot of money to feed you and another person, or however many, a family, whatever the situation is, okay, for you. You know that that's more than what you can budget, but you do it anyway. So someone here needs to finally decide to stop doing that. All right, so tell me about the Eight of Cups. What do we need to know about this? We have the Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Yeah, so someone here is starting to realize that their actions and not really knowing what's going on or how they're actually spending their money. Because I do know there's apps on certain banks where they have, where it shows you, or it may be Quicken Books or whatever it is, where it shows you how much you spend on what, and they do it into categories. Like one could be entertainment, one could be food, you know, the other's rent, the other's, you know, car payment or whatever, and it's in different categories, and it tells you how you spend your money every single month. It's actually very interesting to to look into. Anyway, so tell me about this Temperance card. What do we need to know about this? But it's almost like this person didn't know that they overspent, or whoever they were with overspent. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. I feel like whatever the money that was in there went really quick. Okay. We have the Fool card and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody wasn't, oh, I'm hearing somebody wasn't looking at price tags. Ooh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, somebody wasn't looking at the price of anything. They were just going and buying whatever. And then, you know, at some point, their card was declined. And it was embarrassing. Okay, so tell me about the Tower card here. What do we need to know? We have the Strength card. And we have the Six of Swords. So a lot of you are trying to find the willpower to move to calmer waters financially. And I feel like by you creating some sort of budget, at least, you know, a loose budget, where you have, you know, a cushion with that budget in case, you know, 1 or 2 days you overspend, that you still have what you need. But there's a way to budget the right way if you look at what you're spending your money on. Because a lot of you may not realize how much you're spending on certain things. Like, what's considered a necessity versus what's considered a want. So you may be spending a lot more money on things you want versus what you need. It's like, for anyone really, you need to focus on paying what needs to be paid first, and then any money that's left over is what needs to be budgeted out for, say, food, entertainment, whatever. Okay, so tell me about this Five of Pentacles. What do we need to know about this? We have the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Wands. So someone felt like, I'm getting really, really embarrassed. Like, we're to the point where they were going to cry, because there may have been people in line behind them that not only saw this happen, but were also saying, like, getting frustrated and possibly saying things to this person, like, come on, hurry up, like, you know, that kind of thing. Like, I don't know if it was a really busy time or day or whatever, but it's almost like this person felt attacked in some way. All right, so tell me about this Two of Swords. What do we need to know about this? We have the Chariot, Five of Swords. Yeah, someone here needs to find the strength and willpower to finally cut out anything that is not considered a need, and then set a budget for the wants. Even if you say, okay, well, you know, it's me and 3 other people, let's say. All right, so I'm going to set a budget for every week. You know, we can spend $80 a week on entertainment or extras, okay? But there needs to be a budget. That's like the biggest thing here, is creating a budget and then figuring out how you can make that you can stretch that budget. Because there's a lot of, especially on YouTube, there's a lot of channels that do discuss that, on how to be able to stretch your money as far as you can. Because the more you can save now, the better off you're going to be later on. Or if something comes up unexpectedly, a bill, you don't have to worry about it because you already have that money saved. Okay, so tell me about this Nine of Pentacles. What do we need to know about this? We have the Two of Cups and the King of Cups, Page of Wands, and King of Swords. Ooh. All right, so I do see here that there could also be some sort of emotional attachment to whatever is being overindulged in. So say, for instance, we use the example of someone is overindulging in fast food. Well, it may be that this person has some sort of mental, emotional attachment to when they order out, right? Maybe this person, like, if they're upset about something or they're going through some sort of strong emotion, what makes them feel better is by eating out, okay? Takeout of some kind. And I do see that both these people are going to be headed towards making more strategic decisions. And I feel like that's going to resolve the problem with the Ace of Cups here. Okay? And I feel like these two are going to be able to move out of this financial lack mindset and move into a much healthier situation, is what I'm getting. But I'm also hearing like someone here has loose purse strings, okay? It's kind of like they're not checking the price tags. They're just throwing it in the cart. Like, you know, goes to, oh, I don't know how much that was, and just throwing it in. And then you go up to the checkout, and it's like $200. You're like, what? When did I spend $200? I was only planning to spend, let's say, $150, and I'm at $200. So then you have to sit there and look through either what you're going to put back. But for whoever this situation is for, this is somebody that doesn't put things back. They just buy it anyway, even though it was over budget. They just bought it anyway. They're like, whatever. Okay? This person is very passive, okay, when it comes to budgeting or sticking to a budget. Yeah. And that's what I'm getting for this situation. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Until next time.